Hello and happy Transfer Tuesday. Transfer Tuesday is the day of the week where we move our money in the right direction, no matter which financial goal we are going after and no matter how much we can afford to transfer or contribute. Today is the final Transfer Tuesday of February. I thought I wouldn't have had any transfers to share for today, but I've actually made a couple of transfers over the last couple of weeks, which are kind of exciting, so I will talk about those. I don't have any investments. This is all just saving stuff, and then I will make another transfer for this video. Over the last few weeks, the main sinking fund that I've been focusing on is my business sinking fund, and the goal here is to have $4,000 so that when I take my business full time, when I take my entrepreneurial sabbatical, I just have some funds in the background to pull from if necessary, for business expenses specifically. As of last Transfer Tuesday, this account reached $3,550, and then I did make a couple of transfers. Now, the first transfer that occurred was a $350 transfer from my Truist checking account to this business sinking fund. And that is because, if y'all remember, a couple of months ago, I opened a Truist checking account so that I could get the $300 bonus. And in order to get that bonus, you have to deposit, I think it was just $1,000 within 90 days of opening. And that is coming from like direct deposit from payroll. So I was able to do that. I was able to accomplish that, finish that out within a couple of paydays. And then I noticed when I logged in yesterday that there was the $300 bonus waiting for me. So I was like, oh, yay. So I went ahead and transferred it. Now the extra $50 that was in there, when you open the account, they tell you you have to like open with $50. I don't think you have to, like I could have waited until I direct deposited, but I just like to do that to just make sure I don't get any fees or anything. But personally, I don't really like having money sit in a checking account. It just is losing value. So I transferred the full $350. There's literally a penny left in that account, and there is no fee associated with the Truist checking account if you have a certain amount direct deposited to it each month. That's the same thing I do with Regions and with Chase. I basically keep nothing in those accounts, but because I have money direct deposited to them, I avoid the fee. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, and I am happy I got the bonus. I love getting free money. To me, that is very, very passive. It takes like 10 minutes to set up and extra $300 to put towards savings. Next transfer also occurred yesterday, but it was a little bit later in the day, so it will say it was actually today. But I was logging into all of my accounts. I check all of my credit cards, make sure everything's paid off before upcoming end of month. And I logged into Chase, and I noticed that in my Chase checking account, it was over $100, which, like I was just saying, I usually keep those with like nothing. So typically there's like $2 in there. But I was like, oh, there's $100 and I haven't been paid yet. So that is definitely some referral. So I checked it out. Sure enough, I did have 2 referrals in there. For some reason, they always seem to happen like back to back, or like once one comes in, there's like multiple that come in around the same time. It's always so interesting. But yeah, this was specific to the Chase checking account. Each of those are worth $50, hence the $100. And I did go ahead and transfer the $100 to this business sinking fund, which is really exciting because that finished out this business sinking fund. That got me to $4,000 because I started at $3,550, added in the $350, and then I was at $3,900, added in the $100, and that one is all done. I knew that I would finish this one this month, but I thought it would be because of payday. So that's very exciting because now I can move on to my next sinking fund, which is travel. And in my travel sinking fund, I would like to have $5,000, and I'm hoping to finish this by like April. So currently in my travel sinking fund, I have $4.32, and this is just from interest that has accrued in this account. And I'm not going to add much right now. I'm actually just going to add enough to get this to $10 because I know that right now my checking account balance is not an accurate reflection of what it actually will be because I paid a bunch of credit cards this morning and those haven't taken out of there yet. I also need to set money aside for my taxes, and then I just like to have a little bit in there toward the end of the month so that I'm good for things coming at the beginning of the following month. So we're just going to do a small transfer for now, and that is going to be $5.68 coming from my main checking account. Okay, I will pop the confirm page up on the screen as I confirm. And let me pop up my little Transfer Tuesday tracker. So nothing for my 401k because that's going to be on the final day of the month. Business sinking fund, I did add the $450 total. I now have the full $4,000 there, and that's just going to stay at the $4,000. Let the interest do its job and continue to grow there, but for now I won't be touching that. And then I just added that $5.68 to my travel sinking fund, which already had the $4.32, so now it is at $10, which means I am $4,990 away from my $5,000 goal. I'm very excited to be done with this second sinking fund goal. I feel like I'm knocking these out as the months go. We're only in the second month and just finished my second sinking fund goal. What I also really love is that these are chilling in my high yield savings account. So they're, like I was saying, they're just going to gain interest and continue to grow from here. I'm not planning to touch these for some time. I mean, I'll probably touch the beauty sinking fund at some point this year, maybe next year, just depending on what I end up actually doing with that money. Like if I end up getting the things done that I was planning to do with that money. But it's going to be nice to see where those end up and see the progress of them each month because it's quite a bit saved up. And at this point, I am earning 5.5% in my Marcus account. So that is it for me. I hope y'all have an amazing rest of February. And please comment down below what you did to move your money in the right direction for today's Transfer Tuesday. Otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.